Welcome to quicktechie.com. Now let's move to next module of Palo Alto Networks Cloud Security Professional Certification Training.
Threat intelligence for incident understanding. Let's talk about how threat intelligence helps the security team understand what's happening when they see something suspicious in the cloud. This is threat intelligence for incident understanding. When a security alert comes in about activity in your cloud environment, maybe a strange login or unusual data movement, the first thing the SOC team needs to do is understand it. Is it a real security problem? How bad is it? Who might be behind it? Threat intelligence, T, is like having background information about known bad actors and their methods. When a suspicious cloud activity is spotted, the SOC team can use this T for incident validation. They can check if details from the suspicious activity, like the IP address the activity came from or a website name involved, match any known threat indicators in their T feeds. If it matches a known malicious IP address, it helps confirm that the activity is likely part of a real attack, not just a mistake. T also helps with severity assessment. The intelligence might include information about how dangerous a specific type of threat is or what kind of targets a certain group of attackers goes after. By linking the suspicious cloud activity to this intelligence, the SOC team can better understand the potential impact. For instance, if the T says the matched IP address is linked to a group known for serious data theft from cloud databases, the team knows this is a high-severity incident affecting sensitive data. Finally, T provides attacker insights. It gives context on possible attacker methods, how they operate, or motivations, why they might be attacking. If the T about a matched indicator mentions that this group often targets cloud accounts using stolen passwords, it gives the SOC team an idea of what to look for next or why they might have been targeted. This helps them understand the nature of the cloud event more deeply. Post-incident analysis. Let's talk about what happens after a security incident in your cloud has been stopped and cleaned up. This is called post-incident analysis. When a cloud security incident is resolved, the work of the SOC team isn't completely finished. They need to look back at what happened to learn from it and get better. This review process is the post-incident analysis. Threat intelligence, T, is very important in this phase. It helps the team learn from incidents and understand attack evolution. They take the details of the incident they just experienced in their cloud, how the attacker got in, what they did, what tools they used, and compare it with the broader, up-to-date information from threat intelligence feeds. For example, if the attacker used a specific type of malicious file to get access to a cloud server, and the T feed says this is a new variant of malware that hasn't been widely seen before, the SOC team learns about this attack evolution. They understand that attackers are changing their methods. This analysis, using T, helps them understand exactly how the attack happened, identify any weaknesses in their cloud defenses that the attacker exploited, and see how the attacker's techniques compare to what's happening globally. By using T in this post-incident review, the team gains valuable knowledge about real-world threats targeting cloud environments, specifically how they look when they hit their cloud. This learning is then used to improve security for the future. Defensive enhancement. Okay, let's talk about defensive enhancement in cloud security, especially after an incident. After the SOC team has handled a security incident in the cloud and done their analysis, post-incident analysis, they learn how the attacker got in and what methods they used. This is where defensive enhancement comes in. It means making your security stronger so the same type of attack doesn't work again in the future. Threat intelligence, T, is crucial for this. It provides the new intelligence needed to improve your defenses. From the post-incident analysis, combined with T, the team understands the specific weaknesses exploited or the new techniques used by attackers in the cloud. Using this new intelligence, the team will strengthen cloud defenses and rules. This involves updating your security tools and configurations in the cloud environment. For example, if the analysis showed the attacker used a specific, unusual network connection pattern to move between cloud servers, the team can use the details from T to create a new rule in their Palo Alto Networks VM series firewalls to detect and block that exact pattern. If the incident involved accessing a sensitive cloud storage area in an unauthorized way, and T provides insight into how attackers are finding and exploiting such areas. The team can update their Prisma Cloud policies to continuously check for those specific vulnerabilities or misconfigurations. It's about taking the lessons learned from a real attack, supported by the latest threat intelligence, and using that knowledge to build better, more specific protection into your security tools and cloud setup. This makes your cloud more resistant to future attacks. Incident validation. Let's talk about incident validation in cloud security using threat intelligence. When your security monitoring tools in the cloud see something that looks suspicious, they generate an alert. But not every alert is a real security problem. Some are false alarms. Incident validation is the process of checking if a suspicious alert is actually a true security incident that needs to be handled. Threat intelligence, T, plays a crucial role here. T is information about known bad things like IP addresses used by hackers, website names that spread malware, or specific patterns attackers use. Using T for incident validation means you confirm if suspicious cloud activity matches known threat indicators. When your SIEM or another tool alerts you about something happening in your cloud, like a login from a certain IP address or a connection to a specific website, domain, you check if that IP address or domain is listed in your threat intelligence feeds. For example, if you get an alert that a cloud server is communicating with IP address Z, and you look up IP address Z in your threat intelligence feed and find it's known to be a command and control server used by cyber criminals, this helps confirm that the activity on your cloud server is likely malicious. The T validates that the suspicious activity is linked to a known bad source. This validation helps the SOC team quickly decide if they are dealing with a real threat or just something that looked strange but is harmless. It saves time and allows them to focus on responding to actual security incidents in the cloud. Severity assessment. Let's talk about severity assessment in cloud security, and how threat intelligence helps. When a security incident happens in the cloud, the SOC team needs to quickly figure out how bad it is. Is it a small problem, or is it something that could cause serious damage to your cloud operations or data? This is called severity assessment, determining how severe or critical the incident is. Threat intelligence, T, helps the team understand the potential impact of an incident based on linked threat intelligence. Remember, T gives us information about known threats, including how dangerous they are and what kind of damage they usually cause. When a suspicious activity in your cloud is linked to information from a threat intelligence feed, like we discussed with validation, the T often includes details about the capabilities and goals of the attackers associated with that threat. For example, if you have an alert about unusual activity on a cloud server, and the threat intelligence connected to that activity indicates that it's linked to a type of malware specifically designed to steal sensitive customer data from cloud databases, the SOC team immediately knows this incident is likely high severity. The potential impact, customer data theft, is very high, guided by the knowledge from the threat intelligence. If, on the other hand, the T link to an alert is about a type of attack that usually just causes a temporary interruption of a non-critical cloud service, the team might assess it as lower severity. Threat intelligence provides the crucial context needed to judge how much harm a specific incident in your cloud could cause, helping the SOC team prioritize their response correctly. Attacker insights. Let's talk about attacker insights in cloud security, using threat intelligence. When your security team sees something suspicious happening in the cloud and confirms it's a real incident, they need to understand who might be doing it and how they are operating. This is where threat intelligence, T, helps provide attacker insights. Attacker insights means getting information about the people or groups who are likely behind the attack. T doesn't just list bad IP addresses, it often includes details about the attackers themselves, their usual methods, what kind of systems they like to target, and sometimes even why they might be attacking, their motivations. Using T, your SOC team can gain context on possible attacker methods or motivations related to the cloud event. If the suspicious activity in your cloud matches a known indicator from a threat intelligence feed, that feed might also tell you. Methods. This IP address is used by a group that typically tries to steal cloud access keys. This tells you how they might have gotten in or what technique they're using. Motivations. This group usually targets companies in the finance industry to steal money, or this group is known for disrupting services as a protest. This helps explain why your cloud environment might be attacked. For example, if you see unusual activity on a cloud server and the T links it to a specific hacking group, the insights from that team might tell you this group commonly uses a specific type of malicious script to move between servers in the cloud. Knowing this helps your team look for that specific script or method within your cloud environment. These insights help the SOC team understand the bigger picture of the attack, making it easier to predict what the attacker might try to do next and how best to defend against them. Threat intelligence for incident response. Let's talk about how threat intelligence helps the security team when they are actively dealing with a security problem in the cloud. This is threat intelligence for incident response. Once an incident is confirmed in your cloud environment, maybe an attacker is inside, the security team needs to act fast to stop them and clean up. This is the incident response phase. Threat intelligence, T, is very valuable during this urgent time. First, T provides guided containment. Containment means stopping the attack from spreading further in your cloud. Threat intelligence feeds often include specific details about known bad things, like IP addresses the attackers are using or specific cloud resources they target. By using this T, the SOC team knows exactly which cloud resources, like servers or network connections, to block quickly using their tools, like firewalls or cloud security groups. It guides their actions to cut off the attacker's path. Second, T helps with effective eradication. Eradication means removing the threat completely from your cloud. Threat intelligence often includes details about the tools or malicious files attackers use. For example, T might say a certain type of attack leaves a specific file name or changes a particular setting on a cloud server. Knowing this from the threat data tells the response team exactly what malicious files or behaviors to search for in the affected cloud resources and remove them thoroughly. Finally, T supports targeted hunting during the response. While responding to the initial alert, the team can use T about the attacker's usual methods to proactively search other parts of the cloud environment. They can look for signs that the attacker might have already moved to other servers or accessed other data, even if those areas haven't triggered alerts yet. This helps find the full scope of the breach. Threat intelligence acts like a detailed map of the enemy, helping the SOC team make faster, smarter decisions when fighting an attack in the cloud. Guided containment. Let's explain guided containment in cloud security incident response. When a security attack is happening in your cloud, the SOC team's first urgent task is often containment. This means stopping the attack from spreading further and limiting the damage it can do. You need to quickly cut off the attacker's access or isolate the affected parts of your cloud. Doing this quickly and correctly is crucial. If you block the wrong things, you might stop normal business operations. If you don't block the right things, the attacker continues to spread. Threat intelligence, T, provides information about known bad things and how attackers operate. Guided containment means using this T to get clear directions on what to block or isolate in your cloud. Using T, the SOC team can identify specific cloud resources or connections to block quickly. For example, if a security alert shows traffic going to a certain IP address, the team can check their threat intelligence. If the T says that specific IP address is a known command and control server used by attackers, the T guides them to immediately configure a cloud firewall, like Palo Alto Networks VM series, or a cloud security group to block all traffic to and from that IP address. Another example, if T indicates a type of malware involved in the incident often tries to connect to specific internal cloud servers after infecting one, the team can use this guidance to isolate those specific servers preemptively or block connections to them from suspicious sources, even before they see direct evidence of infection on those servers. T helps the SOC team make fast, accurate decisions during a crisis, ensuring they target the attacker's activity effectively to stop the spread of the incident in the cloud. Effective eradication. Okay, let's explain effective eradication in cloud security incident response. After a security incident is found and contained, stopped from spreading, the next crucial step is eradication. This means completely removing the attacker and all traces of their activity from your cloud environment. If you don't remove everything, the attacker might be able to come back later. Doing this effectively is hard because you need to know exactly what to look for, what tools the attacker used, what malicious files they left behind, or what specific changes they made in your cloud settings. This is where threat intelligence, T, is very useful. Using T helps achieve effective eradication because it provides specific details from threat data that tell you what malicious files or behaviors to search for. Remember, T has information about known attackers, their methods, and the specific things they use. For example, if the threat intelligence linked to your incident says that the attacker group involved typically uses a specific type of malware file, and the T feed includes the unique digital fingerprint, called a hash, of that file, your SOC team can use this exact information. They can then search all your affected cloud servers and storage areas for that specific file hash. If they find it, they know it's part of the attack and can remove it confidently. Similarly, if T indicates that a certain attack method involves changing a specific setting in your cloud account or creating a particular temporary file, the team knows exactly where to look in your cloud environment to clean up those specific traces. By providing these precise details, threat intelligence makes the eradication process thorough and effective, ensuring the threat is fully removed from your cloud. Targeted hunting. Okay, let's explain targeted hunting during a cloud security incident response, and how threat intelligence helps. When a security incident is happening in your cloud, the SOC team is busy responding to the immediate problem, like cleaning an infected server. But smart attackers often try to move quietly to other parts of your cloud network or leave hidden ways to get back in later. Threat hunting is when the security team actively searches for these hidden threats, instead of just waiting for another alert. Targeted hunting means this search is focused and guided by specific information. Threat intelligence, T, provides that specific information. During an incident response, the SOC team can use T about the attacker they are dealing with to find if the attacker is active elsewhere in the cloud. T tells them about the attacker's known methods, tools, or indicators of compromise, IOCs. For example, if the threat intelligence for the attacker group says they commonly create a specific hidden user account in cloud identity systems, like AWS IAM or Azure AD, after they get initial access, the SOC team can use this insight for targeted hunting. While dealing with the first affected server, they will actively search their cloud identity logs to see if that specific type of hidden user account has been created anywhere else in their cloud environment. If the T says the attacker often looks for unpatched cloud virtual servers running a certain software version, the team can specifically scan those types of servers across their entire cloud infrastructure, looking for signs of the attacker, even if those servers haven't triggered alerts. Using T makes the hunting targeted because it tells the team what to look for and where the attacker is likely to hide based on their known patterns. This helps them find other parts of the breach or backdoor access that might otherwise be missed during the rush of incident response. Threat intelligence for incident management improvement. Let's talk about how threat intelligence helps make the whole process of handling security incidents better over time. This is called threat intelligence for incident management improvement. When a security incident in the cloud is over and dealt with, the job isn't finished. The SOC team should learn from what happened to be better prepared for the future. Threat intelligence, T, helps in two main ways here. First, it helps with post-incident analysis. After an incident, the team reviews what happened. By comparing the details of the attack they experienced in their cloud with information from threat intelligence, they can learn from incidents and understand attack evolution. For instance, if T shows that the attackers used a slightly new method compared to what was known before, the team learns about this evolution. This analysis helps them understand why their existing defenses might have been bypassed and what new tactics are being used in the real world. Second, this learning leads to defensive enhancement. Using the new intelligence gained from analyzing the incident with the help of T, the SOC team can make their cloud defenses stronger. They can strengthen cloud defenses and rules using new intelligence. For example, if the post-incident analysis reveals a specific new technique used by attackers that wasn't blocked, The team can create new rules in their security tools, like Palo Alto Networks firewalls or Prisma Cloud policies, specifically to detect and block that new technique in the future. They update their defenses based on the latest threat information. So, threat intelligence helps the SOC team not just react to current attacks but also learn from them to build better protection against future threats in the cloud.